Hey guys, so I really wanted to talk about this idea of talent and this idea of being inspired to paint or to create, and what happens when you don't feel inspired to paint or create whatever it is that you love to do. And the thing is, a lot of people get stuck on the idea that you have to be in this mental place of, of creativity, and you wait for the inspiration to come to you, and you wait for it to happen. And if it's not there, it's not there. So what do you do when you actually don't feel creativity flowing through you at all? And right now, that's exactly where I am. I have been working on this painting for a few months now, this large painting of the flowers. It's a commission, and I'm absolutely in love with it and having the most difficult time with it at the same time. So here's the thing. I have, in the last couple of weeks, just kind of stepped away, and I let the difficulties that I'm experiencing while painting this painting kind of take over and push me out. And I get up in the morning, for example, and I walk into the studio, and now I have this immediate negative sense of, oh, I don't want to deal with this. And so I turn around and leave. And that's the easy thing for me to do. And because I can do it, I do it. And I go and do something else. Now, that's okay to do for a little while when you actually do need to step back and process some things, some doubts that you have, some things that you're working through. When it becomes a negative thing, a negative feeling does not mean that you are embracing the negativity. A negative feeling, when, like a couple weeks ago, when I would go in the studio and begin to be like frustrated with the painting, that's a negative feeling. Negativity comes in when you ignore the negativity, that frustration, that something's bothering you, and it sits inside and begins to, what's the word? To ferment. Ugh. And to grow and to become something even more rancid than what it was as a frustration. So I did exactly that. I would have this frustration. Something wasn't working right in the painting. I couldn't quite get it. So I let it go and stepped back and then ignored that frustration, and it became a full-fledged, rancid, stinking negativity. And so now, in the past week or so, when I walk into the studio, it's just, I don't want to be here, and I turn around and leave. So that is the frustration that has grown rancid and turned into a stark, raving, mad negativity. And it's not anything to do with the actual painting. It's not even anything to do with me or my abilities to paint this. It has to do with me allowing this negativity to grow and take over. And that's where I am right now. So what am I going to do to release that? The first thing I have to do is to notice it, speak it out consciously, like I'm doing with you guys right now. Get it out so that I can look at it, to look at how big it has become, how false it is, how the words that it's telling me are relying on my own insecurities, that I'm not worthy enough, I'm not a good enough painter, and who do you think you are? That kind of babble that happens really, really, really quietly in the background, that just kind of feeds that base fear that we have. Everybody has some kind of basic fear, that seed fear, and a lot of things grow out from that. And it's not something that you can just get rid of. So the best thing that I've learned to do is to look at it, bring it out in the open, bring the fear up in front, because when you bring it up in front, it just kind of disappears. It's not nearly as big or demanding of you as you think it is, as long as it's in the shadows. But when you bring it out into the light, it's actually nothing, and it's actually hardly worth your time. So what's happened with me in this painting is that I have allowed it to swim in the background, in the shadows, and just grow and talk to me and push me further and further away. So the first thing that I'm going to do is what I'm doing right now with you, is to put it out there and take a look at it and get my hands on it, so that I can just put it out into the light of day and help me understand what this negativity is about, what this rejection is about. And what I have discovered in these 7 minutes that I've been talking to you is, first of all, it's not the painting. It's not me. It's my negativity, which I said before. And it's the negativity that's making me overly judgmental, overly critical of the work that I'm doing in this painting. The problem that I latch onto is that this is a very large painting and it's a close-up of these flowers. And I talked about this in another video, because it was happening earlier as well, this feeling. It's because I am not used to painting on a large scale, something that is so defined and so visible. So everything comes out and the mistakes come out. And my problem with it is not that everything has to be in exact detail, because that's not how a painting works, but it's what I see in this, close up. And so my experience with large paintings, large realistic style paintings, is different. I'm used to doing smaller paintings. So things are showing up and somehow getting distorted in my mind. And I'm not seeing the painting clearly as a painting. And that's what the problem is. So I have that cleared out. So I understand that a lot of my negativity that I'm harboring for this project that I'm working on is based in that. It's based in a false understanding. First of all, it's false. So I need to step back from that and readjust my thinking and the way that I'm going to choose to see this painting. That's important, to be able to adjust how you look at things. And we can do this with everything. It's a matter of, I've been seeing, I've been seeing the painting from this side only. How about if I take a look at it from this side? Still the same painting, same cup, it's just a different viewpoint. And that's what that's what I need to do. As soon as I go in to the studio, so this is the second thing that I'm going to do, is go into the studio, clean it, because if I have a clean space, if everything gets refreshed, I'm going to sit and meditate with my eyes open on the painting and just kind of get an energy flow going, a kind of a way to reconnect to this artwork, and then lay out my paints and begin painting. But the whole studio area, even though it's really small as a space, is massive in this negative energy that I have created and I have allowed. So number one is to, understand where the negativity, where the frustration has turned into a negative element and has grown rancid. I have done that. Number two is to go into that negative space, clear it out, declutter it, wipe down the palette, refresh my paints, reestablish a communication with the painting through meditation, and then to begin painting, or begin whatever it is that your creative outlet is. Begin doing, even if you don't feel it, even if you feel like there's no inspiration, that doesn't matter. Inspiration doesn't matter. Inspiration doesn't come to you. You allow it. So when you let yourself go and you clear out the mental space and you clear out the negativities or frustrations, you get a handle on it. You don't get rid of your fears and your frustrations and your negativities. What you do is you clear them out so that you can look at them, so that it's not in a pot getting rancid. Let it be there, but don't let it fester. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I know it's going to work. I know I will clear the energy out. I know it will, by the end of the day, be another very creative, exciting, energetic place, my little studio space, and I will fill it with creativity and with the act and joy of creating. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. It's been really nice having you on my email list. If you have any questions, just get in touch with me. I'm happy to talk to you about anything. And if you're interested in any kind of coaching through your creative process, let me know. We'll get in touch and we'll hook up on Zoom and have a talk about that. Okay? Take care.